Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that might sound a little intimidating, but trust me, it impacts every single one of us here in Canada. The Bank of Canada's interest rate forecast for 2026. You might be thinking, what does that even mean for me? How does it affect my mortgage, my savings, my future? Well, by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the ins and outs of it, but you'll also feel empowered to make smart, confident financial moves, no matter what the economy throws our way. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's demystify this together. Imagine the Bank of Canada as the conductor of our country's vast financial orchestra. Their main instrument? The overnight interest rate. This isn't just some abstract number, it's the rate at which major financial institutions lend money to each other overnight. When the Bank of Canada changes this rate, it sends powerful ripples throughout our entire economy. It influences everything, from the interest you pay on your mortgage to the returns you get on your savings, the cost of borrowing for businesses, and even, indirectly, the prices you pay for groceries. In March 2026, the Bank of Canada made a significant decision. They held their key interest rate steady at 2.25%. On the surface, this might seem like a non-event, but it tells us a lot about their current assessment of the economy. They're constantly balancing a few critical goals: keeping inflation in check, fostering healthy economic growth, and maintaining stable employment. When they hold rates, it often signals a period of careful observation, a moment to see how previous changes have played out, and to gather more data before making another move. But don't let that calm exterior fool you. The economic landscape is always shifting, and the potential for change is ever present. To understand their decisions, it helps to know what they're looking at. They're watching key economic indicators like inflation. Are prices rising too quickly? Their target is usually around 2%. GDP, gross domestic product. Is our economy growing at a healthy pace? Unemployment rate. Are enough Canadians working? These are the puzzle pieces they put together to decide if they need to stimulate the economy by lowering rates or cool it down by raising them. So, enough with the economic jargon. How does this actually translate to your everyday finances? Let's break it down practically, because this is where the rubber meets the road. If you own a home, especially with a mortgage, this is probably top of mind. Many Canadians are currently facing what's been dubbed the mortgage cliff. What is it? Well, roughly 1.2 million mortgages are scheduled to renew between 2025 and 2026. Many of these were locked in during periods of much lower interest rates. Now, with rates higher, these homeowners are renewing with significantly increased payments. If you have a variable rate mortgage, a stable rate like the one we saw in March 2026 offers a temporary sigh of relief. Your payments aren't immediately jumping, but it's crucial to remember that stability isn't permanence. This is your window to stress test your budget. Can you comfortably afford a higher payment if rates eventually tick up? Consider making extra payments now if you can, or explore options with your lender like extending your amortization period to lower monthly payments, even if it means paying more interest over the long run. If you have a fixed rate mortgage, you're shielded from immediate rate changes, which is great. But if your renewal is coming up in the next 12 to 18 months, start preparing now. Research current rates, talk to a mortgage broker about your options, and understand what your new payment might look like. Don't wait until the last minute. Proactive planning can save you thousands. For those diligently building their savings and investments, stable interest rates have a different implication. High-interest savings accounts, HISAs, and GICs. With the Bank of Canada holding rates, HISAs and GICs should continue to offer relatively attractive returns compared to periods of very low rates. This is fantastic news for your emergency fund and short-term savings goals. Make sure you're shopping around for the best rates. Every little bit helps your money work harder for you. Investments, stocks, bonds, and ETFs. The impact here is a bit more nuanced. Stable rates can provide a more predictable environment for businesses, which can be good for stock markets. However, bond yields might not see significant increases. For beginners, the key takeaway is the importance of diversification. don't put all your eggs in one basket. Continue with your regular contributions to your TFSA, RRSP, or FHSA, regardless of short-term market fluctuations. Time in the market often beats timing the market. If you're considering taking out a new loan, like a personal loan, car loan, or using a line of credit, stable rates can make borrowing costs more predictable. This might feel like a good time to make that purchase. However, always, always, always borrow responsibly. Understand the terms, the total cost of borrowing, and ensure the payments fit comfortably within your budget. Don't let a seemingly calm market lull you into overextending yourself. If you have existing variable rate debt, a stable BOC rate means your payments aren't immediately increasing, giving you a chance to pay down that principal faster. While the March 2026 rate hold provides a snapshot, the future is never set in stone. Economic forecasts are just that. Forecasts. They're educated guesses based on current data, but new information can always change the picture. What could influence the Bank of Canada's next move? Global economy, events outside Canada like geopolitical tensions or economic performance in major trading partners, especially the US, can significantly impact our economy. Inflation trends. If inflation unexpectedly heats up again or cools down faster than anticipated, the BOC will react. Government spending. New government policies or spending initiatives can also play a role in the economic outlook. Some experts might predict a rate cut later in the year if inflation continues to fall, while others might foresee another hike if economic activity remains too strong. The truth is, there are always different scenarios. The key isn't to become an economist overnight, it's to understand that the economy is dynamic and to build resilience into your personal finances. The most important takeaway here isn't about predicting the exact future. It's about being prepared and proactive. Think of your finances like a garden. You can't control the weather. The Bank of Canada's decisions are like the weather forecast. They give us an idea of what to expect. But you control what you plant, how you water it, and when you prune it. Your actions determine how your financial garden thrives regardless of the economic climate. Feeling a little more in control? Good, because that's the goal. Here's your actionable plan to navigate 2026 with confidence. Review your budget, your financial compass. Don't just glance at it. Truly understand where every dollar goes. Use apps, spreadsheets, or even pen and paper. Knowing your cash flow is the first step to making intentional decisions. Can you find areas to cut back, even temporarily, to build a buffer? Build your emergency fund, your financial umbrella. Aim for 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in an easily accessible, high-interest savings account. This fund is your peace of mind, your safety net against unexpected job loss, medical emergencies, or sudden repairs. It allows you to weather financial storms without going into debt. Reduce your optimized debt. Seek financial freedom. Prioritize paying down high-interest debts like credit cards or personal loans. Every dollar you save on interest is a dollar you can put towards your goals. Explore debt consolidation or balanced transfer options if appropriate. Reducing your debt load gives you more flexibility and less financial stress. Educate yourself continuously. Invest in you. You're doing it right now by watching this video. Stay informed about Canadian financial news, government benefits, and investment strategies. Read reputable financial blogs, listen to podcasts, and watch channels like this one. Small, consistent learning makes a huge difference over time. Knowledge is power, especially in finance. Talk to a professional. Get personalized guidance. If you're feeling lost, overwhelmed, or just want a second opinion, don't hesitate to consult a fee-only financial advisor. They can offer personalized guidance tailored to your unique situation, helping you create a robust financial plan. It's not admitting failure, it's smart financial stewardship. Leverage Canadian registered accounts. Maximize your growth. Don't forget about the power of your TFSA, RRSP, and FHSA. Maximize your contributions where possible. Even small, consistent contributions can grow significantly over time, tax-free or tax-deferred. These are powerful tools designed specifically for Canadians to build wealth. Remember, your financial journey is unique. Don't compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Focus on progress, not perfection. The Bank of Canada's decisions are just one piece of the puzzle. You are the most powerful factor in your financial success. By taking these proactive steps, you're not just reacting to the economy, you're actively shaping your financial future. If this video helped you feel a little more confident about your financial future, please hit that like button, subscribe for more practical Canadian finance tips, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. What are your biggest financial goals for 2026? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building that amazing financial future you deserve.